Gothic Architecture by Billy Rosari. What is Gothic? The term Gothic refers to the visual arts and cultures that was first developed in the 12th century and ended in France around 1550, coming from the Romanesque style in the 12th century and was simply known as the French style. Gothic architecture spread to all of Western Europe. The Gothic style emphasizes vertically light and stained glass. This was developed by using certain architectural features such as clustered columns, ribbed and flying buttress. Although the architecture is used in many castles, palaces, and town halls, it is the magnificent cathedrals of Europe that really demonstrated the beauty of the Gothic architecture. Churches and many other places use this style of art to make their own buildings. These amazing structures seem to be almost weightless. Gothic style began at the Royal Abbey of Saint Denis, north of Paris. Architecture dominates throughout of Europe. This began the age of the cathedrals of Northern Europe. The Italians gave the style its name. Characteristics of these cathedrals include the following: pointed arches and vaults, ribs, and flying buttress. St. Stephen's Cathedral, City's Freedom. St. Stephen's Cathedral, located at the heart of Vienna, has survived many wars and now is a symbol of the city's freedom. The Gothic cathedral stands on the ruins of two earlier churches and was largely initiated by Rudolph IV, Duke of Austria, in the 14th century. Its most recognizable characteristics, the diamond pattern tile roof, was only added in 1952. Burgos Cathedral. The Burgos Cathedral is a medieval cathedral in Burgos. Dedicated to the Virgin Mary, it is famous for its vast size and unique Gothic architecture. The construction of Burgos Cathedral began in 1221 and after a lengthy of almost 2 centuries was completed in 1567. In 1919, the cathedral became the burial place of Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar and his wife Doña Jimena. Reims Cathedral. Reims Cathedral was a church in which numerous French monarchs were officially crowned. It was built on the site of Basilica, where Clovis was baptized by Saint Remy, Bishop of Reims, in 496. The cathedral was completed by the end of the 13th century, with the west front added in the 14th century. Notre Dame de Paris. Notre Dame de Paris is a Catholic cathedral in the 4th arrondissement of Paris. Rebuilding this cathedral began in 1145 and the vault was finished by 1220. One of the most famous French Gothic cathedrals, the Notre Dame, a great example of French Gothic architecture and sculpture in stained glass. During the French Revolution in the 1790s, much of its sculptures and treasures were damaged or destroyed. Napoleon Bonaparte was crowned emperor here on December 2nd of 1804. Chartres Cathedral. The current cathedral, mostly constructed between 1194 and 1250, begins with the High Gothic, intended to be the terrestrial palace for Jesus, the Mother of Mary, built up the highest part of the city. It is considered the first masterpiece of the High Gothic and the first to be planned with flying buttress. Overall, Gothic architecture was not just about the great buildings and such. It represented a lifestyle of art and dedicated buildings to represent many things from religion to the modern marvels and advancements in architecture built back in the day. Till this day, Gothic architecture still survives in the old buildings and the new buildings, with the new houses having vaulted ceilings and tower-like fronts to represent the tall buildings built back in the era. This was truly a modern marvel of its time.